Welcome to Smart Story Studio, where timeless truths come alive through powerful scripture stories filled with lessons, emotions, and transformation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of our weekly uploads. Now, let's dive in. Prologue. The voice that defied time. How do you silence a newborn? You don't. Unless that newborn speaks before speech is possible. Unless time itself bends, not forward, but backward, to reveal truth in a moment of crisis. Zayd didn't expect the ring to vibrate again so soon. But this time, it didn't glow red or gold. It turned white, pure, searing, powerful. The screen on his tablet flickered and displayed one word. Maryam. He didn't hesitate. He knew exactly where to go. Return to the beginning. He landed in Palestine. Not to modern maps, but ancient soil. His fingers trembled as he walked through olive groves untouched by asphalt or tourism. His coordinates guided him toward a quiet hill where the breeze smelled of prophecy. The ring pulsed once, then again. He whispered, "Show me." The world blurred, and time reversed. He was standing in a marketplace.
Dust, crowds,
Murmurs. But one voice stood above them all. She brought the child? Without a father? Shame upon her family. Zayd turned. He saw her. Maryam, alayha assalam, carrying an infant, eyes firm, heart trembling. But she said nothing. She pointed
to the baby.
And then it happened. The infant who spoke, a light shimmered from the infant's lips. The child spoke. Indeed, I am the servant of Allah. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet. Gasps echoed around them. Women wept. Men stepped back. Zayd felt the air shift. This wasn't just a miracle. It was a reset. No one had ever heard a newborn speak.
But this was no ordinary child.
This was ibn Maryam, AS. And his voice shattered the rules of development, biology, and logic. Zayd's hands trembled. He spoke from the cradle. Subhanallah, like a reverse echo of the future. Neuroscience versus the cradle. Zayd fast-forwarded his knowledge overlay. Infants can't speak at birth. The human brain needs at least 18 months of linguistic neural mapping. Vocal cords aren't ready. Emotional triggers don't form until much later. Yet here was a baby, not just speaking, but delivering divine speech, scripture, and prophecy. He has made me blessed wherever I may be. What kind of neurocognitive structure could produce this? Zayd realized it wasn't the structure. It was the source. AS, spoke not from biology, but from Ruh, spirit, infused directly by Allah. Zayd whispered, "This is divine programming." The mother who stood alone, he turned his attention to Maryam. He watched her tears fall silently as people slowly lowered their accusations. Not because she defended herself, but because Allah defended her through her child. Zayd knelt beside her, though she couldn't see him. His heart broke. She had been abandoned, shamed, accused. But she stood. She pointed, and Allah answered. Zayd thought to himself, how many of us break under pressure, while Maryam stood silent, trusting Allah to speak for her? This wasn't just a miracle of speech. It was a miracle of patience. The silence that spoke louder. Zayd walked through the town as time began to fold again. He passed people now talking of prophecy, of redemption, of a child who spoke like a messenger. He touched the wall where AS had spoken. The stones still seemed to hum. He sat beneath a tree, closed his eyes, and wept. Not from fear,
but from awe.
Back to the now. The ring pulled him back. He opened his eyes in a Jerusalem cafe, breathless. He grabbed his laptop. Uploaded the next episode. Title: The Time Reverse Miracle, as speaks from the cradle. He narrated, what the world sees as impossible, the Quran delivers as fact. When science meets revelation, the impossible becomes historical. And when Allah speaks through a child, hearts awaken. Epilogue. The lesson silence is powerful when backed by divine trust. Youth doesn't limit purpose. A child defended truth before he could walk. Miracles don't follow science. They follow certainty. Your greatest defense is letting Allah speak for you. Study the story of Isa in Surah Maryam. Reflect on the patience of Maryam and the miracle of her son. When accused falsely, remember, truth doesn't always need your defense. Sometimes, your silence is your sabr. Believe in your potential even if the world doesn't. If Allah can let a baby speak, He can make your voice matter. Let your words be blessings. Isa's first words weren't about revenge, but mercy, worship, and peace. He made me dutiful to my mother and did not make me a miserable tyrant. Quran 1932. Next on time travel through the Quran. Episode 4. The throne that traveled faster than light. The story of Sulaiman and the blink of the eye. To be continued. What a journey through faith, failure, and God's unfailing love. If this story moved you or taught you something powerful, drop a comment below and tell us what stood out the most. And don't keep this truth to yourself. Share this video with a friend who needs some light and encouragement today. Remember, here at Smart Story Studio, we tell stories that inspire, teach, and transform lives. Subscribe now for more emotional, dramatic, and truth-filled scripture stories that shape your mind and spirit. Until next time, stay inspired, stay strong, and stay rooted in the Word.